Hello everybody, welcome to The Makeup Chair. I'm here too. I'm going to do this look on Treena today, so just keep watching. I have no makeup on. Look at me compared to her. You ugly! So we're creating this look on Treena today because she kind of has more colouring towards Jennifer than I do.
We think that's her name.
So we're going to start off with the eyes. We're going to start by applying a little bit of foundation over the lids. This will cancel out the kind of tones on the eyelid and make sure that the eyeshadow looks its best. Now Treena's under eyes are kind of like a yellowish tone, so she might want to use a slightly warmer colour underneath the eyes. I'm going to apply a little bit of primer on the lids because Treena has kind of hooded eyes, so you do want to make sure you apply some kind of a primer because you can get that oily kind of crease look. Close your eyes. From the Bohemian palette by Sleek, I'm going to use this olive tone here. And we're going to start by just using a small brush working from right at the lash line, blending it in. You want the majority of the colour to be in the centre and the outer corner. And then we're going to slowly work it up. Hold the brush quite far back and just let it glide over the eyelid. Don't apply too much pressure. Using a blending brush, I'm going to blend out those edges so they're not as harsh. And this is just a clean blending brush. I'm going to use this mid-tone here. It's kind of a fleshy toned mid-tone. And we're just going to go on the outer corners of that colour, the outer edge of that colour, and just use it to kind of blend it. So I'm going to take this slightly darker shade from the Curious palette, working on the same brush. And we're starting on the outer corner with this one. Just close your eyes. Just on the outer corner here, we're going to kind of deepen this look. And don't worry if you get fallout, because you probably will, but we can clean that up afterwards. And I'm kind of blending it up into the crease and then down across the lashes. But I want to keep this part in here and the center of the eye quite bright. I'm taking an angled brush and this black shade. What we're going to do is we're going to follow this black underneath the eyes, and then we're going to do the little wing. And it's just using the eyeshadow, which works really well on an angled brush. Look down for me. So I'm just starting on this outer corner and then look up. And then I'm going to work underneath the eye. Allow it to get slightly thicker on the outer edge if you want. And I'm going to also follow this along the top of the lash line, all the way along, as close to the lashes as you can possibly get, because this isn't about eyeliner, this is just darkening the eye. I'm going to turn the angle the other way and create a little bit of a kick upwards, then turn the brush and pull it across this way to darken that outer edge and to smoke and smudge that liner. And then just take a little bit more of the black shadow and just define that outer edge a little bit more. This is the way that Treena usually likes to wear her eyeliner. Now we're going to apply liner on the lower waterline. And to blend that, we're going to take that first shade that we worked with in the same brush, just kind of blending over the top of that liner. And this will just give it another little hint of a colour, make it a little more olive toned, while also smoking it out too. We're going to curl the eyelashes and then add some mascara. If you have a difficult eye shape like Treena has, try using a mini eyelash curler or their little pinch ones that you can get, because they're much easier to use. And then we're just going to add a few coats of mascara. Now we're going to move on to the foundation. I've cleaned up underneath the eyes with just a baby wipe because we did have quite a lot of fallout.
Because I got stupid eyes.
I'm using the True Match foundation in W1, and I'm using a stippling brush to apply this because this foundation works really well with a stippling brush. It's very kind of liquidy foundation, so it looks like you're applying loads of it, but then when you start to buff it away, it's kind of a barely there look. And Treena has...
God, it's barely there.
Treena has amazing skin, so we don't really have to like overload it with anything. Just going to apply a little bit extra foundation in the areas where we need it, but I'm not going to use a concealer because you don't need a concealer. Treena's lip colour is really pretty, so I'm not going to put any lip gloss or lipstick on her that's coloured. I'm just going to use kind of a clear one. I've been loving this at the moment. This is Candy Bar.
Candy Bar.
And I'm just using a little lip brush to apply this. Just to finish the look, I'm going to apply a little bit of bronzer. And I'm just working this over her cheeks to give it that kind of sun-kissed look, rather than using it like a contour. Just going over the cheeks.
I've been kissed by a sun on the cheeks.
Just anywhere where naturally you would get kind of that sun-kissed look, around the temples.
Nowhere, because it just rains all day.
And that's the finished look.
You're still better looking.
Hardly.
Well,
That's kind of cool.